So I had been dating Tony for about 3 weeks. We went out to dinner, we went out to the movies, and he had been very persistent on having a Netflix and chill night, quote unquote. So even though it was early stages of us dating, I decided to let him come over and we just watch a movie. So he comes over and we're sitting on the couch and we started watching the movie. I got a phone call from my mother and it was an emergency phone call, so I took it. Instead of talking in front of him, I decided to walk out and go onto the patio and I closed the sliding door. I talked to my mom for about 5 minutes. It was an emergency and this is my mother. So I didn't want to be rude, but at the same time, I had to take the call. Once I was done talking to my mother, I went back into the living room. I closed the sliding door and I looked around and Tony was not there. So I guessed he was in the bathroom. So I tipped over to the bathroom. I looked inside. Tony was not there. So I tiptoed to my bedroom and looked into the crack of the door and I saw him in there. And he was going through a dirty basket of laundry. So I just stood there and observed. He found a pair of my dirty underwear and he placed them in his pocket. Before he could turn around and walk towards the door, I quickly tiptoed back to the living room and sat down. After seeing this, I felt kind of uncomfortable and I really just didn't want to be in his presence anymore. So I made up a lie saying that I had to get to bed because I had work early that morning. And he got up off the couch and he walked out the door. I walked him to the door. He gave me a peck on my cheek and he left. The whole situation just didn't sit right with me. I didn't like the fact that he lied. He said he was in the bathroom when he really wasn't. And I didn't like the fact that he was snooping around in my house and he stole a pair of my old underwear. I decided that night that I wasn't going to call him or see him anymore. The next 2 days were kind of strange. I started thinking about Tony, dreaming about Tony. I even started stalking him on social media, and this is very much not like me. To make a long story short, I couldn't get him off my mind, so I decided to call him, and he came over. Right away, we got into relations, and after that, I just became even more and more obsessed with him. And we went from dating to more like a FUBU hookup type relationship. Like we were just hooking up for sex. What was crazy was I didn't even really like this guy and I couldn't get him off my mind. I couldn't stop thinking about him. Basically, I was just a sex slave for him and I was allowing him to do it. I decided to have a girls' night out, and when I was out with my friends, I decided to tell them about the situation. And my friend Gloria says to me, "It sounds like he put voodoo on you." And so I'm sitting there like, what? I had only heard of these type of things on TV, and I didn't even really believe in stuff like that. So it really got me to thinking. And the next day, my friend Gloria gave me a card to a woman who worked with voodoo and was able to remove curses and things of that nature. To make a long story short, after several sessions of cleansing baths and other type of voodoo work she did, I felt the obsession and everything just lifting and going away. I felt like myself again, and I felt detached from Tony, and I never really contacted him again after that. My only thing is, now that I'm free and clear of him, I really, really, really want to confront him and let him know that I know what he did. And I just want to know if you guys would confront him and say, hey, I know you put voodoo on me, and just kind of bring it up and let him know what he did. What do you guys think? Please leave your opinions in the comment sections. Thank you.